Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is part 3 of 4, and in this video today we're going to be looking at how to clean out your water system. That is everything from Aquaroll all through the pipes and the taps and then back into the Wastemaster. If you haven't seen the other 2 videos in this series, then the first one was a full van clean. Not that you'd be able to tell now because it's filthy again. The second video was me going around and re-siliconing all of the seals. That's the window seals, the door seals, all of the seals on the lockers, and even the toilet. The fourth one in this series is going to be a video of our van. It's going to be a van tour, so a lot of people comment that they don't actually see the inside of our van, so we're going to show you around the living space inside and then all of the features on the outside that it has to offer as well. Okay, so in this video we're going to show you how to clean everything that's behind me using this, which is Puriclean. So I'll just explain to you what I'm going to do. First of all, we're going to fill up the Aquaroll with water and put some Puriclean in it. Then I'm going to feed it through the pipes in the Caravan, pull it all through the taps, the shower, and then not on this go, so I'm going to leave it for about 4 hours, but on the next go I'm going to run it out of the waste into the into the Wastemaster. The water's going to then sit in the Wastemaster for the next 4 hours whilst I'm pulling another load of water through the pipes. Eventually we'll get to a position where everything has sort of settled in the Caravan, it's been flushed through with this, and then we will fill up the Aquaroll with fresh water and run a couple of barrels through the Caravan just to clear it out. I'm not suggesting that you need to clean out and sterilise your Caravan or motorhome water system. That's a choice that is completely up to you. Some people do it multiple times a year, some people never do it and say they've never had any problems. For us, we like to just do it once a year, although the recommendation on the Puriclean tub is to do it at the start and the end of the season, and if you travel to somewhere with a warmer climate, so you take the van into Europe, then to do it in the middle of the season as well. I think my personal opinion is that if you buy a new Caravan and you know where the Caravan's been and how much you've used it and that sort of stuff and how well you've cared for it, you might choose not to. If you buy a new to you Caravan, a second-hand Caravan, and you're not sure what people have been putting through the pipes, certainly the waste pipes and that sort of stuff, then it may be a recommendation to do it when you take that Caravan over. We don't drink the water from inside our Caravan. We do brush our teeth with the water, but we don't drink from it. Even the dog's water comes from a jug that we keep in the fridge. So for us, it's no big deal, but you can feel, if you put your hand in or your fingers into the Aquaroll, you can feel the build-up of biofilm. So you know that stuff is sort of kind of happening in the pipes. So here is Puriclean. This is the tub that we're going to be using today. Don't be tempted to use products like Milton. They will sterilise, but they won't remove the biofilm, and they can corrode stainless steel, so it might not be very good for your boiler, particularly if you use it multiple times. I'm just going to read a couple of things that it says on the back of this tub to you. So it does say that you can use it for coffee pots, glassware, cutlery, plastics, tableware, vacuum flasks and crockery. It's at a slightly different mix-up ratio, but basically on the back it tells you for water tanks and for water carriers and containers how to mix it up. So with your Wastemaster and your Aquaroll, if you just want to clean those and you're not wanting to put this stuff through your pipes, which is perfectly safe too, but if you don't want to, then you can do this job at home and you can just take your containers home with you. Now we're going to mix this up in here. This is a jug that we just use for outside jobs. The reason that I'm not going to use our watering cans is because I'm also going to sterilise them as well. So I'm basically going to sterilise the 2 pipes that we use for waste, the Wastemaster, the pump or the hose, and the Aquaroll, and we have a fresh water. So this one here, just to save carting this off to the tap, if we're on a non-fully serviced pitch, then we'll just fill that up and bring that back to the Caravan and pour it into the Aquaroll. And this one here we use for toilet and stuff like that. We don't cross-contaminate, but we're going to give them both a clean out. Just remember that while you have Puriclean in your pipes, not to turn your hot water on. So obviously you need to do this at a time where you're not reliant on hot water at all. The other thing is, if your hose that comes from your Caravan into your Aquaroll, or at the point where you plug your hose in, has a filter, then now would be a good time to remove it, as Puriclean can clog the filter up. Now I'm inside the caravan. I've just flicked the yellow switch underneath the front bench just to close off the water system. I'm going to go around and shut the taps in the bathroom and the kitchen and close the tap on the shower. We are then going to connect the water up, and we're essentially going to pull the water through as you would if you were just setting up on site. Okay, so firstly I'm going to connect the Wastemaster. So when we're on a fully serviced site like this, I would normally use this pipe and I would run the water into here, but I want to clean the Wastemaster out, so this time I'm not going to use this hose. Okay, now I'm going to get the Aquaroll into position. So at this point there'd be no harm in connecting this. So I don't have a filter on here, it's really just a sieve basically. So plug that in and pop that in there. Now if anybody wonders what this is for, on here, if I can get it off, I use that in the wind to stop that flapping about. Okay, let's put the hose into here and turn the water on. Okay, so we are on a fully serviced pitch, and ordinarily I would be plugging the hose into this middle bit and using the ball cock and just leaving the water on. The reason that I'm not doing that at this moment in time is that only fills the Aquaroll up to halfway, and the nature of this job is that I want to clean the entire Aquaroll, so I want to fill it right up to the very, very top. Now there is a reason why I'm not putting the Puriclean straight into the Aquaroll and then filling it up, and that is because it foams quite a lot. So I'm going to fill it up, I'm going to leave it not even that much like that, and I'm going to put some warm water into the blue jug, mix it up in there just to make sure it dissolves, and then pour it in. Then I'm just going to roll it around on the floor just to sort of kind of not to dissolve necessarily the Puriclean, but to get the mixture that I've just made up into the rest of the fresh water. So we'll give that a few minutes. Okay, so I've been inside and boiled the kettle. I've had some warm water in here with 9 teaspoons of this. So it says 1 teaspoon for 4.5 litres, which I believe is a gallon. This is 40 litres, so I've rounded it up slightly and put in 9. So I'm just going to pour this in. Okay, now there's a reason why I probably shouldn't have put this in just yet, and that is because I just want to give that a bit of a mix around. Okay, pop that back in there. Now we're going to go inside and pull this water through into the hot water tank in here and through all the taps, and then we'll see you in a minute. Right, so I'm back in the caravan now. I'm going to turn the pump on. Now that noise you can hear is the water being sucked into the caravan, but of course there is a surplus of air in there because we've shut the valves off. So when that's finished running, we will open all of the taps and just make sure we get rid of any airlocks. So we're just waiting for the pump to finish, which should only take another few more seconds, and then we will start to pull the water through the taps, starting first with the one in the kitchen here. This tap has the shortest distance to run. Just give that another few seconds. Obviously the pump itself will cut off. I probably don't need to teach you how to pull water through your system, because I'm imagining most people who are looking at cleaning their systems already know how to set up when they arrive on site. You can sort of tell by the noise of the pump that it's just coming to the end. There we go. Okay, so I am going to start with the hot. This reminds me of a similar video I did using the flow kit to drain your water system. Only this time we would expect there to be a constant flow of water. So the water that's coming through now contains the Puriclean mix. So we will let that, I'll take the water out and let it go down the drain. That's going to just sit in the in the Wastemaster. I was getting them too confused. Okay, here comes the hot water. Of course, remembering that the water isn't hot and won't be hot, shouldn't be hot, because we're not turning that system on. Okay, switch over to the cold, and just back into the middle, and to me, that looks to be running fine. So we get rid of that, tip that down the drain. Okay, so we move into the bathroom, and just turn the light on. It's getting really dark out there, it looks like it's about to launch it down. So we've got hot, cold, okay, just put it somewhere in the middle, and all the way around. Yeah, that's running clear. And the shower. Make sure the shower is facing away from you when you do this, otherwise you're going to get soaked. And we've got hot. The shower never seems to take too long to pull through, but I guess it's because it's quite close to the bathroom tap. And cold. And just mix it into the middle. Okay. Okay, I'm happy that all the water's been pulled through. Now, because I've pulled that water into the onboard tank and into the pipe system, we've lost quite a considerable amount of water from the Aquaroll. So I don't know if you can see in there, and I'm going to use a torch. It's probably not that easy to see on the camera, but I think we've lost around half of the contents of the Aquaroll. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill the Aquaroll back up, and I'm going to make half of the mixture that I made previously, just to top that up, because I want the Aquaroll to be completely sat in the solution. So now the Aquaroll has filled up to the top for the second time. I've made up another mixture with warm, it's not so hot now, but warm water. Don't worry about the amount of water you mix it up with, it's just to get the crystals to dissolve. So I'm just going to make sure it goes in there like that. And then we're pretty much ready to leave it, which is quite handy because it's just come over really dark, and I have a feeling it's going to launch down with rain, although it looks a little bit like it's launched down with rain here. I didn't have my eye on the tap. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to just leave this now in the system. So it's going to do its thing for about 4 hours. You can leave it anywhere between 1 and 12. I personally choose to leave it for 4 hours because I'm going to do it a second time. So this time the Wastemaster has pretty much nothing in, just literally the tiniest little bit of water that we just pulled through the tap. This is full, so this is starting to clean. The pipes inside are starting to clean. The Wastemaster isn't really doing anything, but in 4 hours we're going to come back and we're going to pull all the water through from this barrel and empty this barrel, and then the Wastemaster will be full. Now, little fact, this is 40 kilos, and obviously this is only mine, the ones that I have. This is 40 kilos, that's 38 kilos, so you're not going to get all of that into there. But we'll fill the Wastemaster up, and then we'll leave that for 4 hours while we leave this for a second time for 4 hours. In the meantime, I have filled up my 2 watering cans with the right amount of Puriclean to water ratio, and I'm just going to let them sit for the 4 hours as well, and then I'll just chuck the water and consider them done. So around 4 hours has passed. It's actually just slightly under, but the weather is not being very kind to us. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open the taps on hot and cold, and I'm just going to pull the water through completely. And I'm going to do it here for a couple of minutes, and then I'm going to do it in the bathroom for a couple of minutes, and I'm going to do it in the shower for a couple of minutes, just because obviously I'm cleaning the pipes as well. So I want the water to be sort of sucked through all the pipes. This water is just going straight into the Wastemaster, to which I hope it's full, and I'm just going to leave that while we pull the next lot of water through for the next 4 hour period. So now we have an empty Aquaroll, which I'm going to fill back up with fresh water and a new mix of Puriclean. And our Wastemaster is now sat here completely full, so that's just going to sit for the next 4-hour period, hopefully, if we've got enough daylight. And then on that occasion I'm just going to put that straight down the drain, and I'm going to connect the pipe and run the pipe into the drain just to clean that off as well. Okay, so we are just starting to lose a little bit of light. As you can see now, the lights on the fully serviced things are starting to come on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through the water again. I'm going to run it through the pipe this time, and then I am going to fill up the Aquaroll about halfway, and I'm going to start rolling it along on the metal handle that it comes with, and just sort of push it backwards and forwards. Do that a few times, swill it out, fresh water, roll it along a few times, take it for a walk if you haven't got a dog, whatever. Just try and sort of like clear that out, and just sort of, if there is any of that biofilm still on the sides, just to sort of agitate it and get rid of it. Do that a few times, and then you'll need to flush the system through with fresh water. So I'm not going to show you that, because that is just same as what we normally do, but obviously it takes a little bit of time, because you're going to fill up 40 litres of fresh water, run it through, 40 litres of fresh water, and run it through again. After that you should be good to go. Just taste a little bit of the water and just see if it tastes chemically at all. It's not going to hurt you at that level, but obviously if it does, then maybe go for a third barrel just to cleanse the system through. So that is now your Aquaroll, your pipes, your taps, your Wastemaster and your watering cans completely clean. Whilst you are in the cleaning mood, you can always clean your toilet cassette out by filling it with hot water and putting in a dishwasher tablet. We do this once a year, but we do it at home where we've got access to a lot more hot water. Just fill it to the top and put a tablet in. It will dissolve by itself. Just obviously move it around to mix it in, and just leave it for a few hours. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video. As I said at the beginning, this is part 3 of 4. I'm going to link parts 1 and 2 at the end of this video, so if you haven't seen them, just stay tuned for a minute, and then you can click on one of the icons and watch one of those. Part 4 is going to be a van tour. So, what is behind here? It's a bed. So yeah, come with us and have a look at our van, and we'll show you what we use, what we like about it, what we don't like about it. So you can catch that video next Sunday, and after that we have the NEC show. And at the end of every video at the moment, I seem to be asking you for anything that you want us to go and video at the NEC. So if there's a particular vehicle you want us to go in and put the camera around so that you can see it from the comfort of your own home, then let us know and we will do so. Okay, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you in part 4, which is the next one. Goodbye.